Hi guys. Uh, I hope that you guys are having a great day. Today we're going to be going over Psalm 33. Psalm 33. And this Psalm 33 is about blessing, counseling, creation, death, faithfulness, eternity, faith, uh, the knowledge of God, God's love, and His sovereignty, and patience. We need that in 2020. So let's study it. He gathers the waters of the seas together as an heap. So he takes everything that was ever, all the waters of the earth, and he can gather them in heaps. He can separate waters from one side to the next because he's God. He lays up the depths in storehouses. Now, the real water uh, the isn't just on the surface. It's in these depths, and it's really deep. Uh, and that's where most of the water gets stored in these caverns underneath. And a lot of this water gets stored there. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. For he spake, and it was done. For he spoke a word, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast. He commanded. God commanded, and it was done. The Lord brings the counsel of the heaven to naught. He makes the devices of the people to none effect. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he has chosen for his own inheritance. The Lord looketh from heaven. He beholds all the sons of men. From the place of his habitation, he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashions their hearts alike. He considers all their works. There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. An horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, that honor him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waits for the Lord. Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help and our shield, for our heart shall be in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in him. according as we hope in thee. So let's look at this. So God even thinks our soul is important. He thinks that our thoughts are important. He wants to hear our thoughts. But he wants us to know him too. He reveals who he is in his word. Let's just look at a few of these. So let me go to verse 7. So we learn that God has the strength and the powerful strength to gather the waters as a heap. Many waters. He lays up the depth in, in storehouses. I'm thinking these are like warehouses. And these warehouses, he knows everything that is in the sea. Hold on a second. He lays up the depths in storehouses. So he knows all creation. He has all knowledge of the names of each creature that he created and where it's located, even in the depths of the sea. I watched a program a while back, and they were exploring the depths of the sea. And one of the things you can find there is 6-gilled sharks. Usually sharks have 4 gills on each side. But this particular shark has 6 gills on each side. That's really cool. And that's just one shark. Imagine there's everything. God knows everything and where it's at. Even these 6-gilled sharks. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let us all honor him. Let all the people of the earth honor him and stand in awe of his works. For he spake of it, and it was done. He just spoke it, and it was done. What kind of awesome power is this? God is awesome in power, and he's wonderful. He commanded it, and it was done. He commanded it, and it stood fast. Just like Adam and Eve. He commanded Adam and Eve to be, and they were. No one other than God created Adam and Eve. The Lord brings the counsel of the heathen or the nations to naught. So, whatever plan that the nations have that is against God will turn up empty. He makes the devices of the people to none effect. The counsel or the wisdom of the Lord stands forever. The thoughts of his heart to all generation. Blessed is the man, or blessed is the nation, whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he has chosen for his inheritance. I'm thinking this has to be Israel. God looks from heaven. He beholds the Son of Man from the place of his habitation. He could see all things. He looks upon all the inhabitants of earth. He doesn't have to go to and fro. He already knows. He's more powerful than Satan. He fashioned their hearts. alike. He considered all their works. This means that God fashioned each person's heart, and he considered all their works. Everything that they would ever do, everything that I would ever do, or say, or think, possibly, God would already know. God knows this. There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. He's delivered by God. And by God should he give the glory or the honor. The special honor only goes to him. A horse is a vain thing. A horse is only a horse. It's a created creature by God. It does not represent a person's true strength. A person's true strength is in God. Neither shall he deliver any of his great any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him. I think that means that God sees his anointed. God sees those he wants to redeem. God sees those who do not bend their knee to the nations or to the will of a single person other than him. Upon them that hope in his mercy alone to deliver their soul from death. Because at the end of the day, we are made with the soul, and that soul deserves to be punished. But God saves those people who put their hope in his mercy, and to keep them alive in famine. So even in dark times, God will keep those he anoints, those he calls, those who call on him, and will help them. I think there was some lady. Wait. I just read something about this in my daily reading. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I just saw it. I'm currently reading in the book of Luke. I just got started on it today. Where is that? Where he reads. I think it's in. Hold on. It starts here in this verse here. Hold on. I gotta find it. Yeah, he picks up a book in the book of Isaiah, and he reads this passage. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the broken hearted, to proclaim the liberty to the captives and recovery of the sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. When he closed the book, today these scriptures are fulfilled, he said. And then they thought of all this as someone who's Joseph's son. I don't know where they got that, but let me see. It's got to be over here. Okay. Jesus said like this. Right here. I tell you truly, many widows were in Israel in the days of Elijah, when heaven was shut up for 3 years and 6 months, and there was a great famine throughout all the land. But none of them, but to none of them was Elijah sent, except Zarephath. I don't know how to pronounce that word. In the region of Sidon, to a woman who was a widow, and many lepers were in Israel in the time of Elijah and the prophet, and none of them were cleansed except for Naaman the Syrian. Now this is true. This is factual. He is the deliverer. God is the deliverer. He delivers. He can deliver anyone, especially those who love him and serve him. But in that time, only 2 people in this case were delivered. Especially out of... So let's go. So the Jewish people knew that God could deliver them even out of a famine. But they didn't put their faith in him. Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help. This is David. He put his faith in the Lord. He is our shield. And for our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee. Yes, there are a remnant that puts their hope in God, even in Israel's day. But God, Jesus, is pointing out that there should be a lot more people in Old Testament days that could have been delivered and saved and rescued. He wants everyone to be rescued. Okay, guys, this is the end. Have a great day.